Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Junior 76ers virtual training series Q&A session presented by Rothman Orthopedics. I am Coach Chris, and we are joined by a very special guest today. Played 13 years in the NBA, averaged 20 points per game, known as the Prince of the Mid-Air, All-World, the Brownsville Bomber, and is now the ambassador of basketball for the 76ers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for World B free. Earl, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Chris. How are you?
I'm good. Well, you look good, man. I see you got the fruit sitting by you. I see you staying.
Yeah. I don't mess around. You got to keep yourself going while you're getting my age. So therefore, I'll make sure I got my milk, my orange juice, everything that's proper that has to go in the body. I put it in there.
Definitely. I hear that. So World. So like I said, this is the virtual training series, and we're in week 3 now. So we're all about youth, and we're all about youth playing basketball. Can you just walk us through and just tell us like kind of an overview of what it was like playing basketball when you were growing up? What made you want to go to the NBA? Was it always a drive? Just kind of give us a background of that playing when you were younger.
Well, basically, starting off, I really was like a football player. So I did a lot of things with football, and my father was basically a boxer. So I did a lot of boxing coming up, as far as from high school, from junior high school, and I was in that route at that time. And basketball came in a little late for me because I was doing the other things. But then when I got into basketball, basically like my junior year in high school, I really got into it. And then I seen that this was something that I wanted to do. And I remember the big guys, they used to like always, you come to the park.
Yep.
You would be on the sideline because I'm from Brooklyn, and you would be on the sideline till daytime, till nighttime. And when they leave, then you get a chance to play, right. So I wanted to have a chance and an opportunity to play with those big guys before they got old.
Right.
So that was a motivation for me to get on that court and play with those guys.
Right. Playing now, New York has some legendary playgrounds like Rucker and all those legendary places. Like, did those kind of environments help you and help grow your game, over time?
Yeah, because the fact that in New York, once they knew that you had an opportunity to be somebody successful, they would give you a nickname. My name was Lloyd B. Free before it became World B. Free. And it was because I did 360 slam dunks. You had guys like Connie Hawkins, the Hawk. You had Dr. J, But if they knew you had an opportunity to make it, they would tag you with a nickname. And once they start tagging you, that means you're starting to do something on the basketball courts out in the streets. And, that's how I made my name, starting off out there and just playing against the best players in Brooklyn, in New York, in Queens, all over. So, just going from borough to borough and just seeing how your game can, beat the top guy's game over there.
Man, taking your game all world, man. That's why they call you All World.
Yeah, that's how they got it in.
There you go. So as you're getting into the NBA and as you're playing, was there any particular coach that kind of gave you a piece of advice? And if so, like what was that advice that kind of you took and that stuck with you throughout your career from a coach?
Well, I had two coaches basically. My high school coach, Mark Reiner, he was a great coach for me because what he did, he did the light side of things for me and helped me develop that jump shot a little bit. And I seen him shooting it, so I said to myself, if he was a coach, he's older, and I'm in high school, but I wanted to shoot my ball like him. He shot a rainbow shot. And I said, okay, well, but I could jump higher than Mark Reiner, but I said to myself, if I can get that shot perfected, that can go somewhere with me. And then I had a recreation coach that really was the heart and soul of me being who I am. His name was Gil Reynolds. And everyone in New York knew Gil Reynolds. And he was what you call a legendary coach for the recreation centers, especially the way he was. But he was one of the greatest guys who would make you if you wasn't who you were. you know, as far as on the basketball court. He knew that I had talent. He knew that I could jump. I remember him taking me to the park, and he's a guy that was just dedicated to the players. And I remember him taking me to the park, and I used to shoot set shots. And he said, "I'm going to get you out of that." And I remember he used to hit me in the face every time I shoot a set shot, coming and playing defense. But he would slide up like this in my face, you know. And he said, "You're going to jump off the ground before it's over." You know, I said, "Oh no," but he started hitting you though. You know, you could start feeling it. So after a while, you know, I said to myself, you know, I got to start jumping with this shot. So therefore, you know, he wouldn't be hitting me in the face. So after a while, he started hitting me in the neck. Then it was the chest. But you know what I mean? Then it's the waist because I was getting up that high on the shot. So after a while, he was not even touching me. So, you know, he said, "All right, you know, eventually you got it." And that's how I became a jump shooter like that, because the fact that this guy, he promoted getting off the ground and taking a real jump shot.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great story. So this week we worked on ball handling, and like that was a main focus of this week. Can you tell us a little bit, even getting into your jump shot, like, you know, coming off the dribble, how important ball handling is in the game during your era, and also today, how important it is?
Well, ball handling is very important, and going both ways is a thing that kids should work on. And the reason why, because the fact that if you can go both ways, it's very hard for a defense to really guard you or play you. And if you can get yourself one of those pull-up jump shots with that, going left or going right, you know, it can benefit your game and take it a little further. And my thing was, I shoot right-handed, but I'm left-handed. And I had a fall when I was a kid, and I was in a cast for a long time with my left arm. And therefore, I used my right all the time because the left was in there for about a year. It was like broke. And once, you know, I started to develop that right hand, and the left hand finally came back after all the working and trying to get it, develop it, and get it back. Now, I'm just as strong as the right hand than I am with the left hand. So when they was guarding me, I remember they used to always say, because your right-handed player forced them left.
Right.
They didn't realize that's why I scored 18,000 points, because they kept forcing me the way I wanted to go.
Right.
So, it was a good thing, you know. It was a good thing, and it's a thing that you should use both of your hands, because it's like I said, it can help you out in the long run, as far as especially coaches trying to scout you.
Right.
So, very good.
Get good with both hands, man. That's what we went over. Make sure you practice both hands. Always keep your head up while you're dribbling, you know, so you can get to that bucket, right, World?
That's right. Well, you keep your head up. You keep your head up for more reason than that. You can see the other four guys on the floor.
There you go.
You see, if you're dribbling with your head down, all you see is the floor, you know. And so therefore, when you're dribbling with your head up, you got an option, you know. And that's where the great point guards in the game come. You get the Mo Cheeks. You get the Magic Johnsons. You know, you get those guys, because those guys keep the head up when they're dribbling the basketball.
Right.
And it brings up even LeBron James and these guys now. Yeah. You know, the heads are up.
Got to keep it up. Got to keep it up. We got a quick question here from one of our youth participants. So who would you say was one of your toughest or most favorite players to play against during your career, or with? And if you want to do both, you can do both. But who was your favorite player to play against during your career?
To play against during my career was George Iceman Gervin.
Iceman.
He was a guy that came at you every second. He was older, but he was a offensive machine. And you know, I could never really get him. Me and him was going for scoring battles back and forth. I'm averaging 30. He's averaging 30. And we're going at it, you know what I mean? So he was one of the guys that I love to play against.
Right.
And Daryl Dawkins. Daryl Dawkins was a character. That was my man right there. Being on the team, we Chocolate Thunder. We both came in the league as rookies. And I remember this man one time going to, when he was 18, and I was 21, so 3 years older than he was. And I remember him going to we were going to his 18th birthday, his 19th birthday party. right? And
Keep it
and
PG.
Daryl came from Florida. He came from Florida, right?
Yep.
And I'm coming from Brooklyn, you know. So
Yeah.
our dress styles was a little different, and you know, so he had that process in his head. You got to look it up, you young people. You don't know what the process is, but you got to look it up. But it's one of those grease pack things. And Daryl had it in his head. It was his birthday, right? We went to this club. I remember him getting out the limo. It was night. Man had on a lime green suit. I mean, and he's dark. You know me. It's a lime green suit. I could see him from New York, and I was in Philly. And he's like, yo, world. I'm like, yo, D, you know. But he was my man. But he was clean.
Yeah.
Green shoes. Oh man, looked like a big leprechaun. I was my man. But D, that was my best buddy of all times in the NBA.
Wow. That's
no one better.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Daryl Dawkins, chocolate thunder.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Awesome. World, before we get you out of here, we appreciate the time again. What is one piece of advice that you would like to share with just younger players that are playing today, that are just trying to get better at their game, trying to improve every day? What's one piece of advice you would give to them?
Listen to people who know the game and know exactly what they're talking about with the game. I mean, you know, a lot of kids nowadays, everybody think they know everything. And it's going from junior high school to the professional rank. You have the older people who've been through this before, you know, had this horse ride. They know a lot more than what you would think they know. Right. So the thing is, while you're out there, pay attention to them. The coaches that are trying to coach you, you know, give them some respect because they're coaching for a reason. So, you know what I mean? That's what I got to tell you, young people. Pay attention. Give them respect.
That's awesome. And we're going to leave it right there. World B free. We appreciate you for joining us. Again, this was the Junior 76ers Virtual Training Series Q&A presented by Rothman Orthopedics. World, thanks as always, man.
Thank you, Chris. Good to see you. You looking good.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. You know, I'm just trying to get like you. That's all. That's all.
Well, that means you got a lot of years, boy. I've been in it a long time. That's good, though. That means you'll be around a long time.
You set the bar too high, man. You set the bar. World, good seeing you. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Tune in to next week's session. See you guys.